This is Late Edition News at 10 with Ann Gownley. Sports with Beth Mensinger. And meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
Good evening. This is WYLN's Late Edition, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast for Friday, September 5th, 2014. I'm Ann Gownley. Police in West Hazelton are investigating a home invasion that happened shortly after 2 o'clock this morning. 69-year-old Rose Marie Tomko was robbed by two unidentified males at her home at 126 Webster Avenue in the borough. When police arrived, they found Tomko sitting in her kitchen with injuries to her face. The intruders reportedly forced their way into the residence through the basement. After assaulting Tomko, the suspects ransacked an upstairs bedroom and stole large amounts of cash as well as other items before fleeing the residence. One of the suspects is described as being a tall, dark-skinned, possibly Hispanic male wearing dark clothing. The other is described as thin, short, and light-skinned male also wearing dark clothing. West Hazelton police are also assisted on the scene by State Police Hazelton's Forensic Services Unit. Anyone with information is asked to contact West Hazelton Police at 570-455-3733 or dial 911. Two early morning shooting incidences occurred in Wilkes-Barre. Now police are searching for the suspects. 2 rounds were fired at 214 Cole Street around 2:30 a.m. on Friday. 2 suspects were seen fleeing from the scene in a dark-colored vehicle. Authorities said the men are known on the streets as 4 Pound and D. Ross. Only minutes after police left the area, a second report came in for shots fired at 160 Cole Street. Shell casings were found at both scenes. Anyone with information on either of these incidents are asked to contact Wilkes-Barre Police at 570-208-4207 or dial 911. A Wilkes-Barre teenage male was stabbed Thursday night in the 100 block of Sanborn Street. 41-year-old Ivy Hall allegedly stabbed the teen around 8:30 p.m. The boy was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township. He was reported to be in stable condition, according to Wilkes-Barre police. Hall was taken into custody and charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, harassment, among other charges. He was arraigned by Magisterial District Judge Joseph Halesi and taken to the Luzerne County Prison for lack of $25,000 straight cash bail. Congressman Lou Barletta will be on the House floor next week to introduce a bill to give individual states across the United States rights when it comes to relocating unaccompanied minors. Our Gary Perna has more on this story.
This morning, Congressman Lou Barletta held a press conference to announce he will be introducing a bill on the House floor next week. It is called the Unaccompanied Alien Children Transparency Act.
It is very straightforward, and it truly will empower states, governors of states, and local governments by giving them all of the information they need to make an informed decision about relocation plans. And it gives them an opportunity to either approve or reject those plans.
According to Barletta, the president has put out a welcome mat for people who break the immigration laws in this country, and the bill will give some power to local government officials.
First, it will require the Secretary of Health and Human Services to provide detailed information. The Secretary will have to inform state and local officials of the locations and durations of any housing contracts awarded, and also provide an assessment of the costs associated and potential impact on education, health, and public safety. The Secretary must also certify to the state and local officials that the unaccompanied minors have undergone health screenings, including vaccinations, and pose no public health threat. Additionally, the Secretary must certify that the unaccompanied minors and the individuals who will take custody of them have undergone background checks and pose no public safety threat.
The congressman said he has witnessed this firsthand.
I went down to the border near McAllen, Texas, and saw the situation with my own eyes. Some of them present heartbreaking situations. But when I talked to the Border Patrol agents, they told me a different story. Many of the unaccompanied minors are in fact arriving with members of their families, or they are seeking to meet up with members of their families who are already here illegally. In addition, over 3/4 of them are males between the ages of 14 and 17, and some of them are affiliated with violent criminal gangs or are being recruited for gang membership right here at the border.
Hazleton Erie Superintendent Dr. Frank Antonelli said the district has some students currently in the district that are undocumented.
Currently, we have 4 undocumented minor adolescents, border crossing children enrolled in the Hazleton Area School District. And I say adolescents because the age range of these 4 students are between 14 and 17 years of age. The problem we have in the Hazleton Area School District is with the McKinney-Vento Act, which allows for unaccompanied children, not in the physical custody of parents, who are sharing the housing of others because of loss of housing or economic hardships or other causes, to be declared as homeless. And as such, with a homeless designation, they can now avoid all student enrollment documentation requirements, including immunizations and, of course, proof of residency.
The superintendent said 2 of the 4 children have no prior schooling, which raises questions like where they should place the students and also about health concerns because they don't have immunization records.
The HHS website calls the community shelters minimally impacting on local communities and considers them good, quiet neighbors. These shelters in communities have not even existed for 6 months, and somehow they feel they could make an educated decision on what is best for our community.
Chief DeAndre said the situation does scare him. The chief said he is glad the congressman is doing something about this problem. In Hazleton, for WILN's Late Edition, I'm Gary Perna.
West Hazleton Mayor Frank Schmidt is hoping for the public's help in finishing the borough's new police department. The $300,000 police station project is over budget by nearly $34,000 as of Tuesday. Mayor Frank Schmidt says the borough needs the building to be completed, and right now there is nothing that could be done about it without the money.
We received $250,000, and we were supposed to receive $200,000 more, but they didn't give it to us, so we had to borrow $150,000, and now we have an overlaps of $34,000 that we have to pay for. And the police station's supposed to be done in about 1 or 2 weeks.
The new police station is approximately 95% completed, and the department is hoping it is in working order by October 1st. But if they don't get the money, Mayor Schmidt explains what may have to be done.
What we're doing is robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to take it from other departments and use it, and then we'll have to watch what we spend and try to catch up again.
But with some of the money being used towards the police station, we asked Mayor Schmidt if the residents of the borough would be affected with a tax increase.
I don't want to see a tax increase because everybody's taxed enough from the county and from the school district also. We're trying to keep everything down. If we have to take cuts someplace, we'll have to do that.
Again, the West Hazleton Police Department is hoping to be moved into its new station on Broad Street in the old Annex building by October 1st, if the borough could come up with nearly $34,000. An announcement was made yesterday by the Pennsylvania Industrial Development Authority that can do was awarded a $2,225,000 loan. The loan is for 15 years at 2.25%. It will be used to renovate the former Hazleton National Bank building. The project is expected to create more than 160 new jobs. D'Angelo Brothers and George Hayden will be making the building into Class A office space. DHD Development will also be renovating the former Traders Bank building at Broad and Wyoming Streets as the new DBI headquarters. The Hazleton National Bank will be renovated 2 or 3 floors at a time, allowing current tenants to stay in the building. The project is expected to begin late spring or early summer of 2015. And that is a look at tonight's top stories. Coming up, the weekend is upon us, and so is Hazleton's largest street fair. Our Gary Perna spoke with Executive Director of FunFest, Judy Ann McGrogan, on how this weekend's weather could have an effect on FunFest. Plus, details on when and where you can see Hazleton's own Keith London perform at FunFest. But first, before we get to all those stories, let's head outside to the Bedrock Gardens Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacek. Joe?
Thank you very much, and it is very nice outside right now. A little bit of a breeze here and there, but other than that, a mix of clouds and sunshine. But boy, the humidity was just downright awful across our region today. Still have the humidity to contend with. Nothing to show you live 35 Skycast Doppler. We are dry across our region right now. So what can we expect as we head into this evening and this weekend? The complete 7-day forecast coming at you in just a few.
Are you having a party? Choose Catering by Whitetail for your next event. They offer on-site and off-site catering for all occasions: barbecues, picnics, corporate functions, reunions, friendly get-togethers, graduation parties. Any event you're hosting, Chef Tom will prepare the best for your guests. Call Chef Tom at 570-384-2314. Carry-out catering is also available. Choose Catering by Whitetail for your next event. The FunFest Car Show is celebrating its 25th anniversary by giving away a car. You could be the winner of a PT Cruiser plus hundreds of dollars worth of goodies stuffed inside. The FunFest 2002 Cruiser has been tricked out, tuned, and painted and will be on display FunFest weekend. Pre-register your car for the FunFest Car Show and get a free raffle ticket, or you can purchase one throughout the day FunFest Saturday. The drawing will be held at 5 p.m. Saturday, and you must be present to win. You'll get the car, Pocono Raceway gift card, picnic goodies, toolkits, and plenty of other stuff to keep your cruiser cruising.
Hey football fans, do you score field goals or do you score touchdowns? Do you settle for the extra point or do you go for two? At Burger Family Dealerships on Route 93, we have the winning combination and you'll score more with us. Stop in and check out their touchdown deals. Come in, score big, and win. Burger Family Dealerships, Route 93, near the Laurel Mall, your championship auto dealer.
Well, we had the heat and humidity today to contend with, but as we go into the weekend, eventually all of that humidity is going to subside, and we're going to be looking at some much cooler temperatures to talk about, all thanks to a frontal boundary that will be heading in our direction as we head into tomorrow. That's going to trigger some showers and thunderstorms across our area, but once that front passes, it's going to pave the way for some cooler, more pleasant conditions for our Sunday, looking spectacular, and as we head into next week as well. But steamy, humid, sultry, if you will. Walking outside, you could just feel it in the air. Our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton sitting in at 80 degrees. Notice those dew point numbers in the 70s. You feel that ickiness. And yes, I did call it ickiness because I summarize the weather walking outside. You can just feel like the air is saturated. But we have not seen any rainfall since the midnight hour. 60s for the most part. As we woke up this morning, 80s to near 90 degrees temperature-wise. Highs today, 86 in Berwick, 87 in Bloomsburg, and 87 degrees out there in Danville. Satellites and radar will show you really nothing going on up in the Wyoming Valley area. Temperature still holding in the mid to upper 80s. Now we have a good game for you tonight, live on WILN. This one happens to be Abington Heights at Crestwood, and here's what you can be looking at if you're going to that game. Hey, it's looking spectacular. A little bit of some clouds, sunshine as well. Temperatures at kickoff about 75 degrees. Then as we start going into halftime, about 72, partly sunny. Winds generally 5 miles per hour or less. And then for the drive home, about 70 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Again, nothing to show you across the northeast. It is quiet out toward the west. That's the frontal boundary. Severe thunderstorm watches are in effect. That boundary comes into our area for tomorrow. That will trigger some of those showers and thunderstorms. And once it crosses through our area and exits our area, it's going to bring in some cooler and less humid conditions. Here's a look at the numbers as we head through tonight and as we head into tomorrow. Tomorrow night cools down, and as we head into our Sunday, much cooler early in the morning. Temperatures in the 50s. You're going to feel more pleasant, if you will, when you walk outside with those low humidity levels and those lower temperatures. It's going to feel a lot more comfortable. Extended forecast looking like this. We cool things off for Sunday. It will be dry. about 70 degrees, and we hold in the 70s as we start going into next week. We'll be back in a few, but we're going to go to Ann before we come back. No, we're going to break.
At Gould's Supermarket in the Cunningham Valley, we've been helping busy folks with our hot lunches and dinners Monday through Friday for over 4 years now. We also offer the same entrees and sides as cold heat and eat foods 7 days a week. Now with the completion of our new state-of-the-art kitchen facility, we've doubled the lunch variety and added a cold salad bar. In addition, we now offer pickup catering. A pamphlet at our deli describes this new service that can drastically reduce your workload and cost for parties or meetings. Always improving. At Gould's Supermarket, we live those words.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet June Ann. She'll be speaking with Dr. Stacy and I about her son, her own treatment, and even her mom has been able to get relief after 30 years with good chiropractic care. All three of their stories this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
With the possibility of rain this weekend, the Fun Fest committee has made some changes to the events taking place in downtown Hazelton. Our Gary Perna has more from Fun Fest headquarters.
We are down here at Fun Fest headquarters talking with Judy Ann McGrogan. And Judy Ann, there is some storms moving into our area, which means there are going to be some minor changes to Fun Fest Saturday and Sunday, moving some things around so everyone can still enjoy all the activities that are going on. So Judy Ann, let's run through what are some of the changes we're going to see on Saturday.
Okay, first of all, we want to say Fun Fest is happening. Come downtown, enjoy the event. We are making some changes to it just to prepare for the weather. And the biggest change is the car show. We know that car lovers do not want to bring their cars out if there's even the slightest bit of rain. So we have postponed the car show. It is now going to be held on Sunday. The hours will be the same. The location will be different. We're actually going to be putting the car show in the Hazelton Parking Authority lot, which is off of Broad Street up on Chestnut Street. We've done it before for a rain location, and it works really well. The whole schedule will remain the same. There'll still be registration from 9 to 12. The only thing that'll be different is that our awards will be a little bit later at 5 o'clock because we'll need to wait until after the parade because the car show and parade will be happening at the same time.
And you guys will also be still chancing off the PT Cruiser and all that instead of on Saturday, moving it to Sunday.
Right. Because of the car show being moved, we've decided to move the drawing for the PT Cruiser. We're actually going to have it on the street all day Saturday and all day Sunday so that people can still buy their chances to win. It's a great car. It's a great prize because it's also filled with other stuff. But we are going to move the drawing for that to 5 o'clock. It's going to be at the same time as the award ceremony for the car show, and it's still a must-be present to win.
Okay, let's move on to now some of the entertainment and other things that will be out on Broad Street. With the weather, how will we be looking for those, and where should we be looking for some of the concerts and events?
Because of the fact that it's off and on rain, that we don't know for sure, what we've done is we've planned out some indoor alternate locations. Right now, what we're saying as of tonight is that everything else is happening where it was originally scheduled, on the website. Check it out, find it. If by some chance we get up tomorrow morning and things are looking a lot worse, we are going to make some changes. For example, our craft show, which is normally held in the Markle lot, is going to be over in the building that was formerly Remember When. We are putting the end of summer concert, which is a big event for us. It's the first time we're doing it. We're so excited to keep this on Broad Street, and we really want to. But if the weather starts to look iffy, we have gotten permission from the YMCA to move it into their gymnasium, and it'll start at about 5 o'clock Saturday night. That's with Keith London and Naley Ray and all those other people. So it's still going to be a great show. Same time, just a different location. We're going to move some of our performance area activities into the former Altamont building, and the Empanada Cook-Off and the Decorate a Cookie Contest, which are both currently scheduled to take place outside at Broad and Laurel Street. If we need to move them indoors, we're going to put them inside the Broad Street Business Exchange at Broad and Laurel Streets.
Okay. So we're going to have all this information for you available on our Facebook page at WYLN, Late Edition News at 10, and we'll get all this information out to everyone. Again, some of these are just precautions. Some of these will, as it goes, if it happens to rain right before the event, you guys will be making an announcement saying that it will be moved.
Right, and please watch our website, funfestpa.org, also Facebook and Twitter. We will continue to update all of those so that people can know what to do. But the bottom line is that these are the things that we sort of felt we needed to change. Everything else is still happening.
And again, remember, everyone, we'll keep all this information posted on our Facebook page along with FunFest's Facebook page and their website as well. And of course, come down and enjoy. And if you get a little wet, you get a little wet. But hey, you're going to have so much fun here at FunFest this weekend. Of course, Saturday and Sunday, all the information again on Facebook, on Twitter, and on our websites. We'll get all that for you. I'm Gary Perna reporting in downtown Hazleton at FunFest headquarters, and I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Gary. Attention all Keith London fans. Keith is headlining FunFest concert on Saturday night for FunFest. Keith will be taking the stage located near Broad and Church Streets around 5:30 p.m. Keith says he is excited to be back home to perform for all of his fans.
FunFest, I've been going to it for years, and it's awesome to finally I'm headlining it, I get a great stage and a great opportunity to share my music and my voice with Hazleton. Hopefully, this is a way to get, some of my fans that are going to come and people that actually don't know me to the event, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Come on out. It's going to be, it's a good event, just a ton of people enjoying the food, enjoying music, the activities, a lot of things going on, just a lot of fun.
Not only is Keith excited about performing at FunFest, but he's also releasing his first album. Keith says it took a lot of hard work, but it was all worth it. Fans can purchase his CD along with other memorabilia at the concert on Saturday at FunFest.
It's a covers album, and step by step, baby steps. That's what it takes. So right now, I released an album, and that will be at the event along with wristbands and posters, and a lot of fun stuff. Basically, I stripped every song down. There's 4 songs, and it's a lot of work. Basically, stripped every song down, made it my own. Felt what I wanted to do with the song, and just completely made it my own. And one of the songs is very different than the original, and I'm excited for people to hear it. But yeah, just a ton of work goes into it, and I'm so happy that it's finally done.
You can catch Keith at other performances this Saturday at FunFest at the stage on Broad and Church Streets at 5:30 p.m. In the event of inclement weather, the concert will be moved indoors at the Hazleton YWCA Gymnasium. So make sure that you stop by and check it out. Well, coming up, if you plan on heading to downtown Hazleton for the annual FunFest parade this Sunday, our Gary Perna got an inside look at what area volunteers are planning for their float this year. Stay tuned. More Late Edition is coming your way only on WYLN.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Buy it at Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people where the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't buy better. You can't buy better than Barber Ford.
Barber Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton and on Route 11 in Exeter. Bring the entire family to Forks Family Restaurant for one of the best casual dining experiences. Forks Family Restaurant, Route 940 outside of Whitehaven, serves a wide variety of dishes from fresh American and Mediterranean cuisine. Forks Family Restaurant has daily specials and a fully stocked bar for an intimate night out or a gathering for the whole family. It's Forks Family Restaurant, Route 940, just outside of Whitehaven, a half mile from exit 273 off of Interstate 80. Open 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Late Edition. This Sunday, thousands will fill the downtown for the annual Fun Fest Parade, which celebrates the 75th anniversary of the movie The Wizard of Oz and the anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner. Volunteers have been working all week to prepare one of the largest floats to take part in the annual Fun Fest Parade. Our Gary Perna got a sneak peek of the float on Thursday evening.
On September 14, 1814, U.S. soldiers at Baltimore's Fort McHenry raised a huge American flag to celebrate a crucial victory over the British forces during the War of 1812. Seeing that flag being raised inspired Francis Scott Key to write a poem which later became a song, which then became our national anthem. This year's second Fun Fest theme is celebrating the national anthem, and the main float in the parade will be this 35-foot-long trailer dedicated to the red, white, and blue. Tony Colombo is one of the many volunteers putting together this year's float.
The float's going to be in the 200th anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner. As you can see behind me, there's many flags on it, but there's one special flag that was given to us by PPL. It flew over the 9/11 Memorial in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. So we're going to incorporate that on our float. Our float's going to include some Army veterans of American Legions and different posts in Hazleton, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. And in the center, we're going to have a very special veteran, the gentleman that they call Sarge. He's in a wheelchair. We're going to have him right on top of the float to honor our veterans. They're the gentlemen that got us here, and the kids from Helping Hands, the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, that's our future. So it's basically past, present, and future, and honoring the Star-Spangled Banner at the same time.
Colombo said the float is a key part of this year's parade.
This is one of the big things for the float, even though the parade is the Yellow Brick Road, but PNC was a sponsor of the golden anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner, the 200th anniversary of it. So that's where we got the idea, and I figured how better than put a bunch of flags on the float and honor it.
According to Colombo, firefighters from throughout the area will be marching behind this float.
Fire companies will be behind us. What we did the last couple of years, we've been marching as a body. No more Hazleton, West Hazleton, Freeland, McAdoo. All the fire departments are together, the marching guys. So you might stand in there, be a guy from Hazleton, Freeland, McAdoo, West Hazleton, Weatherby. We're all one body now, and it's been working out real well for us.
The trailer was donated by Kiss & Weathers in Drums, and all the work is being done by volunteers from throughout the greater Hazleton area. The volunteers that are putting the float together say they can't wait to see this 37-foot trailer come down Broad Street. They say the float will be in honor of the 200th anniversary of the Star-Spangled Banner. We, of course, hope you will be joining us in Fun Fest on Sunday to see the float. In Hazel Township, for WILN's Late Edition, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary, and don't forget that parade is on Sunday around 2 o'clock, so make sure you get your front row seat on Broad Street around 2:30. Well, stay tuned. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back after this break with a final look at your weekend forecast.
I used to think that me and my dad were just building a car. I realize now that it was a lot more than that.
That's the one, bud. Okay, come here. What's this guy right here? You know what that is?
Find the parts you need at Harry's You Pull It. Visit us online at WeGotUsed.com to shop our yard, or visit us at one of our 3 locations in Pennsburg, Allentown, and Hazleton.
Now Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials.
showers and storms tomorrow, and then after that it dries out for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at that. I mean, obviously, hopefully that rain stays away for Fun Fest weekend because
Looks like it'll be good at least on Sunday.
it is tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. But you know what is tonight? WYLN's Game of the Week. It starts at 7 o'clock. It is the Comets versus the Comets. It's the Abington Heights. They are at Crestwood taking on the